Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abshiro. Thank you so much for your time. Today we're going to just talk about self-care during pandemics, self-care during shutdown. What does your self-care look like? I know mine has, the definition of self-care has definitely changed for me, but we still do need to take care of ourselves in order to be able to take care of our loved ones. So yeah, so today I'm just going to talk about quickly how I've completely scaled down everything and just making sure that still I'm still getting my self-care Sunday, but not only now, it's not only Sunday, it's basically finding that meaningful time, intentional time during the day. If it's like in just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it is, finding that meaningful time into yourself, whether it's like at the end of the day or during the day. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to talk about. Just 5 things maybe that are truly helping me. So the first thing is number one, we definitely do need, is the most important one from the beginning, is nutrition. Food, eating the we tend to, as mothers, we tend to put ourselves last, but at least if you are eating good food, if you're eating health food, if you're eating whole food, that is going to set up your immune system at a better level. So yes, so that is number one, is eating, and eating, at least eating whole food, something that is nutritional. As a mother, just like what you would feed your family, yeah, just taking care of yourself and eating healthy. That is the number one thing, is definitely eating healthy. Number two is physical activity. We need to remain, like I personally need to remain active in order to have an overall good health. Like I definitely do need my 5 days 30-minute exercise, Monday through Friday. That is really important to me, and I think that it keeps you moving, it keeps you connected with your mind, with your body. So yes, so exercise, I only get half an hour Monday through Friday, and then on Sunday I still do my Sunday run, because that fresh air is important. And you know what, you don't necessarily have to stay inside to do your physical activity. Just basically going for walks with the kids, that is sufficient. Not all of us can get the time, especially when you are working from home, you're homeschooling your kids, and you still have to take care of all your other responsibilities. If your physical activity would just means just going out for walks with your kids or playing in the backyard with them, then that is completely fine, as long as you are engaging. And for me, that is still really important to me. It's physical activity, just 30 minutes, and the kids know that it's on my schedule, it's on the calendar. Right after breakfast, honestly, my son would set up my workout area for me, and I just have to go and get ready. So yes, they know it's important to mom, and that is really like teaching them that at a young age. It's important to me, and they already know that. Yeah, so number two is physical activity. However long of a time that you can get, that's if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, that's all you need. And that, for me, that is all I need. Yes, and then number three is so important, is basically intentional breaks throughout the day. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like knowing that obviously that your schedule has changed and you have a lot more to deal with. If you are working for a company, you would be required to take a break. It's so important to treat intentional break as what you need. If you are on a schedule to homeschool your kids and still work from home, you need that break. You need that break to just basically have a lunch and maybe sit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes of quiet time. You can, while your kids play. So for me, that's what I do. I just take, it's not a long break, but a quiet time for all of us in the house, Yeah, so intentional break is so important. It gives you that separation of what's going on. So intentional break either during the day or in the evening, where you just sit with a nice cup of tea or whatever else you want to drink. Yes, so yeah, I always take throughout the day at least an intentional break, where I'm just thinking and relaxing. That is so important. An intentional break where I take the time to have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, either early morning, sometime during the day, or in the evening. With everything that's going on, we are human beings. We're under stress, and another level of stress that we would not normally face. So just that intentional break, that you need that I do that. So I really feel that there is a need for that. It's not a luxury, it's a need. So having an intentional break is really important. The fourth thing is basically staying connected. Even though we're social distancing, we still have to remain connected, and a meaningful connection. Just staying connected with my family, with our neighbors, that are really nice. Staying connected with friends that are adding meaningful to my life. So that is really actually the one thing that is really the hardest hit, is not being able to see people, because I think that is really such a fundamental thing as a human being, is that connection. But at least I am so grateful that I do have my immediate family, the 3 people that live in this house with me. So that's really good. But I can imagine that there are people that don't have that luxury or privilege. So just at least calling that one person needs the most, just to say hi or send an email or a text, anything, just so staying connected to, even though there are social distancing, communications lines, we must still communicate. So calling my parents, and I've been in touch with those that we love the most, those that we worry about them. So staying connected is such an important thing. And the last point that I want to make is basically how important it is for me to get a good night's sleep. And I know that it's very important to every human being, but especially if you're a mother and you are your title suddenly expanded to millions of more things to do, then I think it's such an important thing to include that within your self-care, implementation. So I do struggle, but I do try to get into bed early, and even sleep later than 6 o'clock, which is very difficult, but I do put an effort into that. So those are the 5 things that are my definition of self-care, and I know that for a lot of people, a lot of mothers, the definition of self-care has changed substantially. But right now the point is basically not just surviving, but at least trying your best to still take care of yourself, so you can take care of your loved ones, and that has been such a important but a struggle for a lot of us to grasp with. So just basically eating healthy food, eating whole food. Nutrition, such an important. Physical activity, also extremely important. Taking intentional breaks throughout the day, and anytime you can get it, that I think is also something to focus on. You need that. We need that. We need it to survive. We actually do need that to survive, but also to thrive. Yeah. So yes, intentional breaks throughout the day, staying connected with your friends and family, really important to me. I know it's really important to a lot of people. And lastly, getting a good night's sleep. Yes. So yes, nobody's talking about, getting your hair done, makeup done, all of that. Whatever you can to survive is what you need. There are bad days, and it's completely okay to have that. I am grateful, but I do struggle, and that is really important to admit that. Like, it's sick. Just because you are having a bad day, just because I'm complaining a little bit, doesn't mean that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for having home, having a roof over my head, having food, having the ability to go out for fresh air. But I do know that we're gonna come out strong. So yeah, that is how my self-care Sunday revolved from like luxurious moments to meaningful moments that will help me go through this and even longer. As long as I'm alive, then that's the most important thing. Taking care of myself in order to take care of my kids and my family. So yeah, let me know how your self-care change during this very, very difficult time for many people. What is helping you cope, and what is helping you thrive? Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. Well, that is all I want to share. I hope you have meaningful connections. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel to get the latest videos. I know I've taken a little bit of break because I needed that. Also, schedule was a little bit hectic, but yes, I do. I will be at least posting at least one video a week, if not more, but I can't promise that. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Yeah, until next time, stay safe, stay home when possible, and take care of yourself. You need your self-care. Love you.